Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingwithME.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram. I wanted to share with you a little bit of happy mail and then a little project, a quick and easy project for your journals. You could also make a few of these and make a little journal in itself for your ephemera. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute, but I wanted to give a little shout out to a couple of sweet ladies that sent me some things, some happy mail. First, I wanted to share this little precious gift that I got from Miss Teresa. She said that she had heard me say that I had not picked up myself a fine tip applicator for my liquid glue, and she sent me one of these. She said that these are actually, let's see, not having a micro tip or such on your glue bottle. I'm sending a little gift that I use that works great. I got it at Hobby Lobby in the quilling supplies. Hope this helps with a bead line of glue. It will. I still have not picked up my little fine tip applicator that we actually have in the shop at ScrapbookingwithME.com, and I just have not picked myself up one. So look at that. You don't even have to take the top off or anything. You just use this. It's already attached. There's no top you're having to look for, and you've got that little fine tip there. Thank you so much, Miss Teresa. I will use that and add my liquid glue to that. Next, I got a huge thick package from Nancy's Fancies, and I got some Edith Holden papers from one of her books. I have zero goose egg any Edith Holden, so this is just precious to me. Nancy asked how I'm doing. We are good, and I wanted to also update Brandon is lots better. He did visit his doctor, and they figured out what the probable cause was for his pains that he was having. He was actually having some what he thought were chest pains, and it was a scary time there for a few days, but he did visit his regular doctor after we got done at the ER that night, and he did figure out what he thought was the perpetrator for those pains, and Brandon is on some medication. It has nothing to do with his heart. It was just where that pain was at the moment, was close to where, proximity of his heart. So we had a little bit of a scare there, but it does not have anything to do with his heart. He is on medication to help with that, and everything is good, since then. So we are good. I have had a few people ask about an update for Brandon, and that is the update there. He is doing much, much better. Thank you for your prayers and thoughts for him. Anyway, getting back to Nancy's Fancies, she asked how we are, and tells me what her Etsy shop is. It is, and I will leave the link in the comment section, in the description box below. Can't even talk now. All fussy cut items include a free silhouette cut file. Now, I do not have a silhouette, but that is great to know. If you are purchasing something off of her Etsy shop and you have a silhouette, that's great. I'm just reading the note off to the side. I don't want to show you everything that's in the note. Anyway, these are some Edith Holden pieces, and I love this so much, Nancy. Thank you so much for these. Beautiful. And of course, I will not be cutting these up. I don't know that I'll even ever use them in my journals. They're just so pretty, but anyway, I did get them, and that is my first of hers ever. I don't even have one of her books, so thank you so much, Nancy. Kiss Cut. These are Kiss Cut, so they're not, all out entirely, so that it can stay on the sheet, and then it comes out quite easily from the what I would call laser cut pieces of ephemera. So that's some labels from her shop, and there's just some neutral ones and then some colored ones, and then she's got definition labels and some black cursive labels. How cute are those? And then she's got some vertical tan labels, and then horizontal tan labels, and then some more of those little cursive labels, but smaller. Cute. These are very cute. Old paper labels. Very pretty. I love these. And then she sent me her pink peony digital kit. So I'll go through this quickly. This is in her shop, Nancy's Fancy Beads. So you need to check that out. And then she has ephemera for it too, for the pink peony digital kit. Very pretty. Okay, and then we have a pretty pansy kit. Now I love cursive words and music notes, so this is just beautiful. I love that kit. Very pretty pansies. And then digital for these also. Very pretty. Love that. Okay, and then flower wood. I think Mom just used this digital kit, or Nancy used it on something that she sent Mom, but this is very familiar. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. All right, and then ephemera that's already kiss cut for that too. Thank you so much, Nancy. This is going to be beautiful in some journals in the future. I appreciate that so much. Now, I also want to thank all of my new subscribers. I've got, look at that. I put it up on my shelf, and then, of course, it all, well, most all, falls right off. I also want to thank my new subscribers. I've gotten quite a few new subscribers here lately, and I appreciate that, and I hope that some of that might be from the M Scrapbusters weekly challenge that I've started doing. I've seen quite a few people are making those projects and working along with that, or playing along with that challenge each week, and I appreciate all of the new players for that, and all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much. You will see I took a fall. I've got bruise there on the back side. I've got another bruise coming up on this arm, and then knees are bruised. The mama instincts kicked in the other day. I was at the shop, and we were working, and I thought I heard Aaron Jonas choking in the living room. So we were out in the shop, so I could just faintly hear him. And Mom and Dad just got new flooring put down in the shop, and a new step going up into the laundry room. Well, I heard choking, so immediately I start running, and when I did, my flip-flop caught on the top step, so I fell up the stairs and just immediately went to my knees, and then my arms hit. And instead of thinking, man, that really hurt, because it was wood floor that I fell on, knees first, I just popped right up and ran to Aaron to make sure that he was okay. And he was like, Mama, I'm okay. What is going on? And then, of course, the adrenaline left me and pain enveloped me. And so anyways, I'm recovering fine. It really did not hurt when I first hit, but then afterward, it was horrible, and the pain was horrible. And now I have bruises coming up, so you will see bruises in the next few videos, and that is why. Because silly me started running to get to my baby because I thought he was choking, and then I tripped. So anyways, I knew if I did not explain that, I might get somebody saying, what is going on? You're so bruised. What is That's what it is. I'm clumsy. All right, so we are going to make, I need to make this a little bit thinner. Not as wide. I'm wanting to go down to, because this is 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to make it about 4 inches wide, so I'm going to take an inch off, and I want to take it off of this side, and then I can get my little trimmer out. Okay, so I'm starting with a piece that is 8 inches wide, and then I want to make it about 7 inches tall. So it is 10 now, so I need to take off 1, 2, 3 inches. So I'm going to cut off this end and not my very decorative end. 3 inches off the height. Okay, so I'm left with a piece that is 8 inches wide by 7 inches tall. We're going to fold it in half. We're going to make some super simple, I'm going to put this on the outside. We're going to make some super simple ephemera folders that we can add into our journals. And that way, if we are ever out with our journal and we want to do something in it, like we find something in nature that we want to document, or you know, whatever the case may be, if you are out with your journal, you can have some handy dandy ephemera right in the pockets of it. And I am going to round my corners on my 1/4 inch corner rounder. Let's see. Yes. Okay, that's how I want it. Rounded corners and folded. So when you fold, you have a 4 by 7 inch piece. 4 by 7. Okay, now these are going to fit right in your journals. If you can find, if you can find your journal, it's going to fit right inside the pockets. Now, I still don't know where my one I usually pick out to show you is. Anyway, so you have a journal, you have a pocket in your journal. Okay, so most all of your half sheet, half page journals is going to have enough room in pockets for these ephemera holders, or ephemera folders is what we're calling them. And let's go ahead and finish this one up, because I said in the description they're super simple, and they are. I've got my Vintage Photo Oxide ink, and I'm going to ink my edges. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to, but I just like that defined edge detail. So I'm going to ink all of these edges, and then I am going to go ahead and ink my fold line too. And you can ink the inside too if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and ink my fold line in the middle, and then ink the insides. And this is some very, very busy paper, but once we start adding what we're going to add for our ephemera, it won't look as busy. So see, I like that look of having that defined space there in the middle so you can see your fold. What we're going to do now is, since we have 4 inches here, we have 4 inches here, because we have an 8 inch wide piece of cardstock. What we're going to do is we're going to get some scrap pieces of cardstock. Now you can use the same that you just used, like you could turn this sideways and use it like this. I think that's what I will do on this side of this one. Yes, not the inside that way, but the inside this way. I'm going to cut let's see, how wide do I want to cut that? Yep, I'm going to do 1.5 inches. So let's get our trimmer, and we're going to cut on this side. We're going to cut it the height of it. So I need a 1.5 by 7 inch piece. So let's cut at 1.5. Okay, I think I want to use this side. Let's make sure that that's 1.5, because I just cut this and nope, I need to trim that down just to, no I don't. We're good. All right, and then I need 7 inch tall. So I need to cut 1 inch off of this, and I think I want it off of this side. So Aaron is watching something in his room and is talking about it. So if y'all hear some conversation, it is not me, it's Aaron J. I think that's still tall, or does it just look tall because, no, it's still a little tall. Let's see here. So if you hear conversation, it's Aaron. He's talking it up in there. Am I short? Yeah, that is just a touch short. So I'm just gonna see if I can eyeball that and go straight across. And I probably didn't do too good of a bang up job on getting it straight, but even if it is a little bit taller, I can trim off with scissors. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm just going to round the back 2 corners. Yep, I like the straight edges there. So I'm going to ink all around this. And we're going to make a full page tuck on this side, but we're going to do something different on this side. Now, you could always just make, if you had some larger ephemera that you want to use in your journals, then you could always make 2 long tucks. You could make these little folders with any kind of pockets you wanted to make them with. But so this side is going to have this one long tuck, and I'm going to do one little piece of stamping. You don't have to do this part at all, but while I've got my handy dandy paper here, I have had some people asking about this paper. This is from Stamp It Up. I'm not a Stamp It Up demonstrator, but this is the only company that I can find that has this grid paper like this. So I get that from Stamp It Up. That's usually the only thing I ever buy from Stamp It Up nowadays is the grid paper. I just love it because if I am creating something and I need to make myself a note, or the notes of measurements, or if something comes to mind about something I need to make or do, I can make notes here. I can stamp off of my projects and don't have to worry about my desktop. So it's kind Great little tool for me. So I am going to glue just a little bitty bead of glue around the outside edges, not on this line, just the outside edges. And I just made that one little stamped piece there. I'm going to come right up to the edge. And then I'm going to turn it over and see. Nope, I don't need to do any trimming on that. We're good. Okay. And I'm going to let that glue dry while we make our pockets for the other side. And I'm going to use some craft, and there went Aaron Jonas again, slamming his door. I'm going to use some craft cardstock that I have in my stash, and that is my favorite kind of cardstock, is the craft cardstock. Any shade of craft cardstock. And we have this in the shop at ScrapbookingwithME.com. They come in 12 by 12 sheets. So pick you up some of those if you like craft cardstock, that is. All right, so I need it 1.5, so that one's a little bit big. So let's go to 1.5 and trim off our excess. So we've got 1.5 tall, so we're going this way on this side, and then we need to trim it at 4. Okay, and then one more piece just like that, so a little twinsy. So you need 4 inches by 1.5 inches. Okay. And somebody the other day, I just got this from the shop. It's been in the shop forever, and I just haven't been getting mine for whatever reason. And I had somebody the other day say, I know that's new to you. Watching you put your fingers so close to the blade makes me nervous. It's really, I'm putting my fingers on the guide. It just looks like I'm very close. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I'm being careful. I promise. So you can tell what I'm about to do here. So I will probably put one at close to the very bottom. Maybe not go all the way to the rounded corner there, but I'm going to put one close to the bottom. And then I'm going to stick it out here, and I'll trim it off in a minute. But you don't want to go all the way up against that fold line, because when you start to fold over, it's going to bunch up right there if you go all the way. So just like 1/16 of an inch away from your fold line. That's another reason why I like to ink the inside of my fold line. So that way I can stay away if I'm putting a pocket down somewhere. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is one way down here toward the bottom, and I will kind of eyeball here. It's not going to be precise, but right at the 1 7/8 mark is where the top of your bottom pocket needs to be. And then I'm going to go about, let's see, 5.5 of your whole project. 5.5 is where the top of your top pocket needs to be. So I'm going to make just a little mark, and I'll make it with pencil so that I can erase. And that way I will know where to put the tops of my pockets. Okay, so I'm going to round my top corners on these. And I think I need to trim that off. Yep, just a touch. So, I mean, like, go another little 1/16. Yep, a little 1/16 of an inch off of the edge there from your 4-inch pocket mark. Okay, so my tops of the pockets are going to be rounded. That works. And then I'm going to ink them, and I'm going to stamp on them. Now, you can use whatever cardstock you would like, and you don't have to stamp at all on this little project. I just thought it'd give it just a little more character, because it is a very simple, you could totally mass make these easy. Yep, that is cute. And now let's ink. Whoop. First off, Melina, let's trim off that little 1/16 of an inch and hope you get it pretty straight. And let's see where my mark is. There. I think we're going to be good. And I'm going to round those top corners. You could also round the bottom if you wanted to, but I want as much square inch to get ephemera and pieces down in these. So there's that. Now, I know that lots of people love the ephemera journals where you just make a bunch of pockets, and that little journal, all it is for holding your ephemera. This is just a little folder. If you wanted to add these to your journals, so that way you could have ephemera on hand wherever you are to add to your journal. So I'm going to get a different, excuse the rattling, I'm going to get a different stamp than what I used over there. I think I will use this little butterfly. I use him quite a bit just because he's so pretty. And then I think I will use some numbers and this little floral piece too. Now, here is where this grid paper works so well. I'm going to get the pumice stone because it's a little lighter than that. And I'm going to dab it in my pumice stone distress ink, and then kind of offset there. So see, I inked off onto my grid paper, and it just left that on my actual pocket. Okay, and then I will do the same thing, but kind of do the butterfly off this way on that one. Ink it up, do the butterfly there, and then maybe do the numbers that I picked out in this, just so we'll have a little contrast of colors. Oh yeah, I like that. And then maybe a different number on the other one. Let's see what we've got number wise on this one. I like that receipt, but I've used that before, and that one says 052. Ooh, I like this, the one that's got, it's kind of like a ledger book, receipt book kind of thing, entry. Let's do that. Oh yeah, I like that. Pretty. Wipe off our stamps. Okay, and I'll put those up in a minute. Let's see if I want to add anything else to these before I put them in. No, I think I'm good with that. They don't have to be all covered. I mean, you could add word labels to these, anything you get from a digital kit, little faux stamps. You could add that to these. So then you're just going to do your little bead of glue, as long as it cooperates and doesn't smush everywhere. Now you could use 1/8 inch score tape. Also, you know I like using my score tape. I just wanted this to be quick and easy for you. And I'm just finding my line and putting my pocket at the top, toward the top of that line, and then just getting my pocket straight. And let's wipe off our excess glue over here. I'm going to hold it up to myself to make sure that looks straight, and it does. So let's ink these other ones. I had to check myself there for a minute and make sure that I glued it correctly. Gracious. Inked and glued. I say those for the other all the time. Okay. And then find my mark and put this one down. And I know some might say, well, that's not going all the way over, so it looks odd. But, I mean, you really cannot go over all the way to that fold line, or you're going to have some wonkiness when you fold it up. So there is my fold, and you could always decorate the outside any way that you would like. Now I would decorate it pretty flat because you're going to be adding it to a pocket probably, and you don't want that whatever you put on the outside, you don't want it catching on the pocket that you put it down into. But, yes, you could, let's see, we could, since I've stamped on the inside, I could stamp on the outside, couldn't I? Let's do this one here. I like that. It's pretty. I've got my trimmer trying to fall off all of a sudden. And I think I want to go with this pumice stone for this on the outside. And I want to stamp it off just a little bit, not the whole circle on there. So kind of do that. Oh yeah, I like that. Pretty. And then maybe do it again back here, but way off. Oh yeah. I like the way that looks. Okay, so very, very simple decorating. I like that kind of project. And then, so you've got ephemera sitting around here. I've got a tag that just needs to be fully cut out. This is one from a My Porch Prints, I believe, digital. And let's try to fussy cut that out straight here. And we just got back off of vacation, and I took some digitals with me, and in downtime, because this was we're not doing an adventurous kind of thing. This was a sitting around doing pretty much nothing kind of vacation. So I brought those digital kits to fussy cut, and I've got a few of those pieces. Now you could totally make these pockets and tucks with vellum. That would so work. That was a little piece that I already had just sitting on my desk there. And then I've got this little flower here that's on my desk. And then I have these little tags here. Let's see if these will be too tall. It will be too tall for that one, but it won't for this one. Little tag there. And add a little tag there. And then let me get that ephemera that I cut out of that digital kit. One second. Here are those digitals. I took this in a gallon-size Ziploc bag with my Tim Holtz scissors that I like to fussy cut with, and just fussy cut my little heart out while we were just sitting around the condo on vacation. So I have these little stamps. These all came from what I took with me, all came from Betty's Custom Designs. She has some of the cutest ticket and old vintage postcards and things like that in her shop. It's Tickets 1, Tickets 2, that's the names of these. This and that, card catalogs, and then stamps and postcards. That's the ones that I took with me, and I did not print out every page of all of them either. So look at that. Little postcards there, little stamps there, and then look at these tickets, how cute. I mean, these are some cute things that she has in some of her newest digital kits. So see, if you wanted to make the pockets vellum, you could sew see everything that you're putting in there, even if it got pushed down to the bottom. But look at all these little thingies. I love them. I had asked her for some industrial kind of tickets whenever she got a chance. I'd ask her, look at that. Tags. So tags was another one. I will try my best to remember to link all of these that I used and fussy cut out here from her shop down below so that you can catch all of those. That don't really look right there, does it? Let me put it over here. And the more you put in a long tuck, the more that fits, because if you just put in 1 or 2 pieces, they're probably going to fall out. But if you get a little bit of girth in those, they will work really good for you. Let me see if I've got any more little pieces. Now, most of these were bigger because I was needing some bigger pieces of ephemera. I mean, look at that. How cute. Look at this little doololly. I mean, that's just cute. I love it. Love it, I love it, I love it. Cute little stuff. Oh, no, that's a big one too. Yeah, I was needing big ephemera to put in my stash, so I don't really have any more tiny stuff. I could put that up there. So I got a bunch of little tickets. Look at there, how cute that already is. You can add all kinds of stuff to this little ephemera folder. So, going over the measurements again. Wide is 8 inches by 7 inches tall. And then your little tuck, full size tuck on this side is 1.5 inches by 7 inches tall. And then these little pockets are 1.5 inches by like 3 7/8 inches. I mean, they're almost 4 inches. And then I just rounded corners, rounded those 2 corners, but left those straight and made this little ephemera folder. These would be great for mass making. You could make all kinds if you wanted to. And then here's your journal. Say this is your journal you're wanting to put in it. Put it in. This is the AJ journal. I still don't have all the pages decorated, but look at that. Cute. It's in there if you're out with your journal and you want to decorate some pages. You just take out your little ephemera folder and go to town. I love this project. Let me know what you think about it, and thank you so much for watching today. I just wanted to get that happy mail shown for you, and thank my ladies that sent that. Thank you so much to everybody that gives to my coffee, buy me a coffee link. I thank you so much for that. You do not know how much you are appreciated. And then I wanted to show you this little thing that popped into my head because I thought, that is so easy. One fold and then 3 little pockets and you're done with this ephemera folder. Great little project for the weekend. So y'all have a blessed day. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing and giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate you so much. Y'all are my people. Love you. Love you lots. See you in the next video. God bless. Bye, y'all.